Saul? Right. Just what I was going to say.
My name is Saul Chulji. I'm a resident of Camarillo. Subject of my presentation is the need for greater communication of progress on development of a new high school. Dear trustees, over 10 years ago, by the way, you have a set of these notes. Over 10 years ago, a group of Camarillo residents organized a movement to secede from Oxnard High School District. Their main concern was that they and their students were being ignored by the district, favoring other parts of the district, with the effect that a new high school in Camarillo would not be built. I co-chaired a committee of Pleasant Valley School District that did some real fact-finding, did not agree with these perceptions, and reported that Oxnard Union High School District was in fact funding Camarillo High School improvements, that Oxnard Union High School District should therefore build a new high school. The main problem, however, was a lack of communications by Oxnard Union High School District of its actions and plans, and that those communications should be greatly improved. Your board immediately moved out on such a communications program by holding meetings in Camarillo and broadcasting board meetings on television. Later, the board committed to building a high school in Camarillo, purchased the building site, initiated a bond issue to build the high school in Camarillo and Oxnard. In addition, the board organized the Camarillo Educational Design Committee in 2002, I was a member of that committee, to begin the process of developing such a school. That committee reported its findings in 2003. In addition, you had the Bond Oversight Committee to give you advice on how the bond funds should be spent. I was on that committee as well. I have commended this board for persevering in the process for the benefit of all the kids in the district when it would have been easier to turn your back on the best interest of the kids in Camarillo, and I still do. The result has been a victory in the last election against the secession, which opened the door to proceed with planning and development of a new high school. Since that time, there's been virtually no communication in the general public, to the general public, nor to many of us who were the core group of advocates for the kids over these last 10 years. Dr. Dunlap commented in the February 20th, 2009 issue of the Camarillo Acorn that there might be some action in this meeting. However, I did not see it as an item on this agenda. Her comments did not indicate a firm resolution on the part of the board nor any staff activity. I hope that we have not reverted to the communication problems of 1999 and that there has been some progress toward a development plan. I recommend the following. One, that the board renews and communicates its continued commitment to building a new high school in Camarillo. Two, that initial and continuing efforts toward development be reported to district stakeholders. I assume that something has been done, but it hasn't been communicated. I hope so. Number three, that you consider the work of the design committee as a good starting point to update planning guidelines to reflect changes in the past 6 years. Time does fly when you're not doing something you're happy with. And it's been 6 years. The development process is long and complicated, and hopefully current economic conditions will change within that time period. The initial actions toward the goal of a new high school are within our control. The need has been with us for 10 years, and we should not delay. The voters gave us a mandate in November 2008, and we should fulfill that trust. Thank you for your continued service to the kids in the district. Thank you.
Thank you. John Alamillo.
Good evening, board members. I just wanted to start off, not without taking your thunder, but these kids that are here that you're going to honor tonight, and the success of Channel Islands and Rio Mesa soccer teams, I think is a testament to the district and how the district values the whole child. And it's a wonderful thing, and I hope you guys will keep the students in mind all the time. I'm here to ask you not for a new high school, but to ask you to move forward with the planning. I understand right now we've got some budget constraints that are going on. Our state has a little problem with finances, but I would like you to start thinking about having a project that could be shovel-ready. That's the new buzzword, I guess. So I've personally championed for the OUHSD. I believe in you, your district, and your staff, and I think they have the best interest of our students. I'm asking you at a minimum to move forward with the planning. Thank you.
Jim Rose. For those of you that don't know Mr. Rose, he's the union president of our teacher group.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stocks, for the introduction. I was actually expecting something else. Board members, I just wanted to bring my voice to what you've already heard. I attend regularly the board meetings, and I recall that at the last meeting, Trustee Hanson Lopez brought forward the issue of the lack of movement on the part of the district, in this issue that we're all talking about. I wanted to say that Trustee Benefield put in his recommendation as well that we should probably at least begin the discussion talking about it. We all know that it takes quite a while to get a program going, and to get the shovels in the ground is actually going to take quite a few steps. I also want to remind the board that OFTSC, the local that I represent, over 1,600 employees, put quite a bit of money where the district's mouth is, and we do not expect the district's mouth to remain silent at this point. At the very least, I heard what John said about budget constraints, but as we all know, the money for this project has been authorized for this district to expend many years ago. And we're only asking at this point that we begin a discussion. Talk, as everybody knows, is cheap. So I think the board would be well served in taking the necessary steps forward that you're hearing the community put forward tonight. Begin the discussion, get some groups together, start looking at models for schools. What are the needs of the community? What might a school look like in that community? Is it going to be traditional? Is it going to be something else? These are all questions that really are going to cost us only a nominal amount of money to take a look at. So irrespective of budget problems at this time, I think the board's well placed to move ahead on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. We don't want to miss anybody. Is there anybody that did not fill out a card that would like to say something on this topic? All righty. I think that I'd probably call on our Chief Financial Officer to give us a little background on some of the progress that has been made. I noted in our audit today that we still owe, is it $5 million?
Right on the property.
$5 million on the property in Camarillo. It isn't ours. It's ours and the mortgage holder.
But we are working on